Hey everybody, it's the JAY man. It's been a long time since I've posted a video, and usually at this time I would say that I'm back on the beer review. However, this time it's kind of a different review. I'm kind of doing something a little bit different. It's been a long time since I have posted a beer review or done a beer review. But today I'm doing something a little bit different. I recently, this past year, got into smoking cigars, and I'm trying one out that I've already tried out, but it's one that I have not been able to find a review on YouTube. And this cigar right here is known as a Good Times Countryman. I actually ordered a box of these off of Cigar International website, cigarsinternational.com, and it does give this a 4.5 out of 5 star rating. So I was going to go ahead and fire this thing up. I am using a soft flame lighter, so I'm going to give it kind of like a little bit of a toast here, a little bit of a light toast. Because like I said, I had not really found one on the internet as far as this particular brand of cigar. It is a relatively cheap cigar. You know, I ordered a box of 50 and they came out right about $40 for a box of 50. So after the shipping, the tax, about $1 a piece, about $1 a piece. But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. I'll tell a little bit about this thing from what I know and what I found out, and we can just go ahead and discuss it just in case there's anybody out there that is curious about what these taste like and what to expect when getting one. And like I said, I'm not going to be using a torch lighter today. I'm just using a soft flame. And I do know that there are a lot of people that are very indifferent about that sort of thing. Some people like the torch, some people like to use a match, some people like to use the soft flame. But kind of going into it, and if you know anything about cigars, it always goes into thirds. We're working on our first third, in the middle we got our second third, then our last third, you know, coming on the end. I will not be hanging around to smoke the entire thing because we'd be here for about a good half hour, 45 minutes. You know, judging by how much you do puff on a cigar. Let's keep that thing going. And anyway, I'm gonna let this burn off just a little bit, and I am reading off some notes. I did take some notes today. And this does have a mild profile, which has a very mild taste. Also, it seems like the nicotine level in these is very mild. I know that nicotine kind of varies based on the profile as well. But I'm not a cigar. I know there's cigar smokers out there that do inhale. I do not inhale. I just pretty much puff for taste, and that's pretty much what I do. They do come in different shapes. This one is the Robusto size, which is about right the 5-inch length size. The wrapper does come in 2 different types. It comes in the dark, the Maduro. Also comes in the Sumatra, which is just the natural, which is the one I'm smoking right here. These do claim to be made in the Dominican Republic. I'm not so sure on the seed, where the seed comes from, if it's Nicaraguan seed or Cuban seed or whatever. Pretty much everything that I've looked up on them is the fact that they do come from the Dominican Republic. I do not know for a fact if they are hand rolled or machine rolled. I almost want to say, since the price is so cheap, they probably might be machine rolled. and I've had quite a few of these. As you can see, it's burning relatively quickly. The burn is somewhat even. I really haven't had one burn too unevenly. The draw is also very well on it, but if you can see from the end, I did not use a V cut or a punch cut. I did in fact use a straight cut guillotine, which that's kind of what I seem to prefer because I do like a heavy draw. I'm not too worried about getting the tobacco in my mouth because it don't really seem to bother me too much. Like right off the bat, I'm getting kind of like I said, like a very mild profile, a little bit of maybe like a creamy, smooth. It's very smooth, slightly sweet in flavor, not so much. I'm not getting like a peppery taste, or which I have from a lot of cigars. I'm not getting a very strong taste. I don't get a lot of tongue burn, like tongue bite, off of these. I also don't do any retro inhale, so that's not my bag. I'm pretty much just a straight puffer when it comes to these things. But one thing that I have noticed that these do pair well with, and one thing I did want to mention is that they come in the cellophane wrapper, but do not have a band. A lot of cigars got the band on it, letting you know what it is. These do not come with a band. These pair very well if you like to drink coffee. They pair well with coffee. As most people know that watch my channel, I am a beer drinker, and I am drinking beer this evening. But I would not suggest that these pair very well with beer. Of course, to be honest with you, I really haven't smoked a cigar, which like I said before, I am new to it. I am new to cigar smoking, and I don't have a whole lot to go on. All I got to go on is about a year's worth of experience, so, be easy on me. But it does pair well with coffee, not so much with beer. I've heard a lot of people say that whether a cigar may pair well with a bourbon or a whiskey. I am not much of a bourbon or whiskey drinker, nor much of a liquor drinker. Because like I said, I am the JAY man, and I'm all about the beer. I'm all about the brew. But these are nice to have with a cup of coffee in the morning. And they do burn easier and faster as you get into that second third and that final third. But overall, I do think they are very pleasant, and I am very happy with the purchase that I did make. So when it comes to this cigar, in which I always do a 5-star, I always do a 5-star rating, I would consider this one, based off of inexperience with a lot of other cigars, I would maybe place this at maybe like a 2.7, maybe 3.0 on the 5-star scale. And that could change later on, just judging by if I was to, experience more cigars. And one thing I will mention is that I do believe that these are short fillers, not long fillers. I can keep a pretty hefty ash on it, but it does have a tendency to fall off on its own unexpectedly, which tells me that it probably more than likely is a short filler. So with that being said, that is going to be the Good Times Countryman Cigar review by the JAY man. And if you're thinking about getting into it and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, take a chance on them. Go to cigarsinternational.com and pick you up a box. I guess that's all I got to say about that. Peace out.